Hello children, welcome back to your online classes. Today we are going to do a programming on Scratch 3. So this is how your screen will appear when you open Scratch 3. This is the default sprite which you will get when you open this. And now I will show you how you can add a sprite or a backdrop. For both the things, the same 4 ways are used to add. The first one is choose a sprite from the library. Second is paint the sprite. Third is get a surprise sprite, which allows Scratch to give you a random selected sprite. And then the last is upload a sprite, from where you can download if you liked any sprite online, and then you can upload it with this option. Similarly, it happens with the backdrop also. Choose a backdrop, paint a backdrop, you'll get a surprise backdrop and upload a backdrop. So here, since sprite is already there, I'll just add the backdrop here from the library. I'm going to choose it from the library, and blue sky is the one which I am going to choose. So children, you can see here how the backdrop and the sprite will appear on your screen like this. And this area where you can see the sprite and the backdrop working is known as the stage, and this area is known as the coding area. And here we are going to do today the coding for calculation, for doing the calculation by using different variables and operators. So for that, first we need to select the variable or create a variable. We'll go to the variable block and then we'll make a variable. For example, I'm creating a variable, new variable A. Okay. Now I'll create one more variable, for example, named B. And again a third variable named C. Now for writing the coding, here I'll be defining A. Maybe I'm taking the value 25. Then I'll be taking B. So here I have to change the variable and change the value of the variable. For example, I'm taking the value of B is 20. And then I will be taking the third variable, that is C. Here I'll be defining how C can be expressed by using an operator. For example, here I'm using the addition operator. So C will be equal to A plus B. This is what I'm going to give. That means whatever value of C I will be getting, it will be the sum of A and B. So now how will be I able to do this? I'll be able to do this by putting the variable A here and B here. Sorry. B here and A here. Now when I will click and when I will run the program, so I will get the answer A plus B is equal to C. So to run the program, what we need to do is we need to put this hat block. After doing this, as soon as I will run the program, you can see the value of A I have taken is 25, B what I have taken is 20, and the sum is here 45. Likewise, here I can change the values and get the answer. Maybe I'm taking A as 15, B as 20, and as soon as I'll be running this program, I'll get the answer. Now, what else I can do with this? Not only addition, but even subtraction I can do here. Not only this, but subtraction also. Not only addition, but subtraction operator can be also used. See how I'm going to use the subtraction operator. Again, I have to place this here. Then since my B is greater than A, I have to place B before A, right? So I'll be keeping B here and then I'll be keeping A like this, and when I will run this program, I will get the difference of A and B and A. Okay, the next operator which I can use here is multiplication. So this is how we can do multiplication also. And what do we are going to multiply? Again, we will try to multiply A and B. Okay, so from here we will drag and drop A to this and B to this, and as soon as I will run, I will get the answer, the product of A and B. So this is how we can use different operators here. Even we can use operator within the operator. I'll show you how. A into B, and like this. For example, if I'm taking any value, maybe I'll have to add one more variable here, then addition of those two numbers, and then whatever the sum will be, it will be multiplied to A, then I'll get the answer. So this type of complex questions also you can solve here, but for that I have to again add a variable, for example variable D, and then I have to define variable D. So I'll be placing it here and I'll be defining variable D. Maybe I'm taking variable D as 5, and I have to put D in the formula also, right? So variable is there and D I'm going to place it here, okay, like this. And after placing this, then I'm going to run the program. C, our C is 375, that means B plus C, that means 20 into 5 is 25, and 20 plus 5 is 25, and then multiplied by 15, it will give us 375. So this is the answer which we get while doing this. With the help of this, we can even find out the average also and the sum also, okay. For taking out the average, now I am going to create one more variable, that is the average variable here. Then A plus B plus C, 3 numbers I have taken, right? And this 3 numbers, for these 3 numbers I am going to take out the average. How I am going to take out the average? By setting the operators here, okay. So I am going to set the operators like this. Here again we can add this operator here. So I am going to add all these 3 numbers. How we are going to add? A, B and D. All these 3 numbers I am going to add, okay. So now I will be getting the sum. What is the sum? 40. Now I'll be taking out the average, okay. So this is how I'll be calculating the average. And here for average, what do? We divide the sum by the number of terms here, right? So what is the sum? Which variable shows you the sum? C. Obviously C is the sum of all the numbers. So here C I'll be placing, okay. And then by which number do I have to divide? Here I'll be dividing the value of C by 3, okay. Now I'm going to run this program and I'm going to get the average of A, B and D, because C is the sum of A, B and D, okay. So this is how we can do simple calculations even on Scratch. Children, I hope by using these different operators and variables, you have understood how we can do the calculation on Scratch. Thank you and have a good day.